Hey guys, and welcome to 1.17. The first snapshot is out. This snapshot adds copper, bundles, Spyglass, Tinted Glass, and of course, larger cauldrons, which I think is just the best part of this whole snapshot. In all seriousness though, this snapshot adds quite a bit of the new stuff from the cave and cliffs update. Currently, it doesn't actually add any of the new cliff generation or cave generation, except for something we'll get to in just a minute, but it adds all this stuff, as you can see, this stuff over here and this stuff over here, which we'll get to all this in a second. This is actually going to be something I have never done before. This is going to be a video which I want to call Snapshot Speed Update, basically letting you guys know everything there is about a snapshot, which is the main stuff that you guys want to see, not the bug fixes and all that kind of stuff, just the main stuff that you want to see in a quick 10-minute video. I hope it's 10 minutes, or maybe it might even be shorter. So we're going to start off with something I think a lot of people are excited for the possibilities of what it could do. Copper can be used for quite a bit, and as always, it is just like any other ore. You can smelt it in either a blast furnace or a normal furnace, and of course it works the same, being double the speed in the blast furnace and normal speed in the furnace, but it can be used to create copper blocks. I'm not going to show any crafting recipes because that you can easily figure that out by literally, how do I do this here? By clicking this and going copper, and you can figure out all the recipes in here like this. Yeah, it's that easy. But of course, smelting a copper ore will give you the copper ingot, which you can then turn into copper blocks. And then, of course, the main feature of copper is it I don't know the way. It goes through oxidization to get it to change into different colors. And people were asking, can you keep it in that color? So say you get it to semi. Let's say you get it to semi and you want it to stay this and you don't want it to go all the way across to the full-on withered copper. Well, you can. All you have to do is wax it, which as you can see here, I've put the wax versions of that block in here as well. It is literally identical. If we grab both of these, as you guys will see, yeah, you can't even tell the difference. They look exactly the same. The only difference is it holds it there. Now, the amount of time it takes to oxidize is a bit insane, especially if you want to get a crap ton of withered copper. It actually takes between 50 to 82 Minecraft days in a loaded chunk for one copper block to actually oxidize, one stage, which means it will take you a ridiculous amount of time to get it from that all the way across to that. Because I like this color more. I really like this color more than this color. But obviously, some people might like it the other way around. Some people might like it semi. It's going to take a long time for it to get to that point. So I don't know. Part of me doesn't think they should speed it up. But at the same time, I think they should. Because it's just going to take forever for us to actually get fully oxidized copper. Or withered copper, I should call it. The next cool thing about copper, and in my opinion, probably the coolest thing, is actually the lightning rod. Because this, whenever there's a thunderstorm, will summon lightning to it in, I'm pretty sure, in about a 4x16 block area around it. So that's covering all around it. So that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Goes that far in all directions around it, which I think is absolutely amazing. And I think it actually might be a pretty good thing we could use for charged creepers. If you have a creeper farm and you just put this lightning rod in it, whenever there's a thunderstorm, you might actually be able to make a charged creeper farm, which I think, don't quote me on this, I think they drop more gunpowder. I don't know if that's true though. But as for now, that's pretty much everything that we know about copper. And as you can see here, is pretty much it's double the speed. We're up to 23. There you go. Yeah, it's pretty much double the speed. I don't think I need to prove it much more than that. Next up is the bundle, which is something pretty much an early game shulker box. It is literally pick it up, right click an item, and you'll start loading those items into it. And as you can see here, you can see all those items when you hover above it. I wish they had it so it was still that overlay, because if you guys remember when we saw this at Minecraft Live, we actually saw a little image with all the stuff in it. I thought it looked a bit weird, but in all honesty, I wish they brought that back. I wish they brought that back and maybe just showed it. So like, imagine this is the bundle, I'm hovering over it, and they showed the items like this. It's like you hover it over and you could see all your items and you could see the number of that item on it. So it was kind of like displaying it like you're looking in a chest, but a bit more over the top of each other, making it look a bit more messy. Because that was my main problem with the Minecraft Live version, is you couldn't tell how many of exactly each item there was without you counting it. So I think if they made it that, I much, much, much prefer that. But if you're wondering how much a bundle can hold up to 64. So as long as you have less than 64 things, well, you'll be able to hold it. So it can hold all that. And it's pretty much, like I said, an early game shulker box, which can help you organize your inventory super easily. And if you're wondering what happens when you pick up an item like a tool, it fills it instantly, because an item like a tool is looked at as a non-stackable item, basically meaning it's 64 stacks by itself. The next thing up is the Spyglass, something that you'll actually be able to create from these Amethyst Crystals. And I apologize if I say anything wrong in this video. I am really bad with pronouncing new things. But the Spyglass is created from Amethyst Crystal and also created from copper. And as you can see here, it's pretty easy to use. Just hold it in your hand and right click. If you're wondering, yes, you can hold it in your offhand and use it. So I can have my shovel and I can use it at any time. Yeah, so if you're wondering, yes, you can use the Spyglass in your offhand. The next item is actually a surprise item. I don't think we saw this during Minecraft Live. We might have, and I might have just missed it, but this is the Tinted Glass. It is really cool because it blocks all light sources when it surrounds something. So we literally just do kind of like a weird thing like that. As you can see on the inside, all the light is gone. No matter what block we break, it will bring it back, but it just gets rid of all the light. And I thought a cool thing for this might actually be a bit of like a mob farm. Now, I don't know if this would work, so let's just quickly time set night and see if this would work, because it would be really cool to make like an actual mob farm that works during the day as well, because there is no light source that gets in here. So what I might do quickly is just AFK here for a minute and see if anything does spawn in there, or maybe it won't because it's an indoor area. I don't know. We'll just see what it does. Well, that's kind of thrown that idea out the window. I really hope Mojang adds it, or at least it is a feature, and I just haven't been able to see it. I've been waiting quite a while now. So yeah, I don't know if it's actually a feature or not, because I'm seeing mobs spawn around me, but I ain't seen them spawn in there. But as you can see, if we break one block, it adds all of the light back in. If you're wondering what it looks like on the inside, yeah, it's just in a super dark room. Next up isn't really a new item, just a new feature. You can now put lava in a cauldron, which I thought you could do that anyway. The next item is something that I'm pretty excited for. This is the candle. Well, mainly the light gray candle, because you can get the candle in any color, including its base, you know, normal candle. And these work, I'm pretty sure, like sea pickles. Pretty sure that's how they're pronounced. So you can just right click it as many times as you want, should I say up till 4 times, and it adds a new candle each time. And each one gives a different light source. Now you might be wondering, why are these so exciting for me personally? It's because I've done a little demonstration here with one of the new blocks as well. But as you can see, you can blend them in to the actual environment around you. So we time set night again. As you can see here, you can make a really cool cave design. Imagine a cave with these scattered every now and then instead of torches, and you just want to give it that more eerie type dungeon that's used to have someone living in it kind of thing. You know, just like what we saw when the warden was shown off, that kind of thing. I really think these are going to be a huge thing in just decorating different areas, because you can use them with anything. Brown candles, we can probably add that. Yeah, up on top of here. It's just so cool, man. It is so cool. And of course, people can now finally, if they really want, pull a Harry Potter, because these also float. There we go. These allow you to make basically floating candles, which is really cool. If you want to go all magical and stuff like that, you can actually have floating candles now, and you can, of course, add to them while they're in the air. Now, I will say, people are wondering, can you add the colors together? No, you can't. And something I didn't actually think they'd add is you can add the candles to a cake. Now, like I said, the Spyglass is made from copper, which was shown off, and amethyst. And this is amethyst. These spawn in what are called amethyst geodes, which spawn on the ground, which I'll show you guys in just a second. And they spawn as this giant circle with a block of amethyst and also the budded amethyst. The actual amethyst grows out of this. As you can see here, it's starting to grow out of it. And they come in 4 different sizes. The base being the small, then the medium, then the large, and then a full amethyst crystal or cluster. If you're wondering how these work, if you break this with Silk Touch, you can pick it up. If you break it with a normal pick, you actually get amethyst crystals. Now, I was assuming that you'd be able to break the buds and get these, but yeah, as you can see here, if we break it, we don't get it. These things, if you want to actually do a bit of amethyst crystal hunting, or I guess you could say farming, you'd actually have to find one of the geodes, which are pretty well hidden. They're actually, you know, they're not well hidden. They're pretty easy to find, actually. Let's just quickly show one. I'm not even going to cut. There you go. There's one right over there. And as you can see, they spawn as a giant circle, and they do look really cool. I really like the look of them. But another thing you guys might have noticed about them, they make sounds when you break, when you place, or anything like that. It is so cool. I love the music noises they make. It is amazing, and it's making me think, because they said their uses in the Minecraft Q&A video they recently did for the amethyst crystal. There's going to be probably another idea, or maybe another 2 ideas added, and considering they make sound and the warden is being added, which is a sound-based creature, it's making me think these crystals might have something to do with distracting the warden in some way. 2 new blocks that were added are I can't say it, and then also tough, which are pretty cool new blocks, especially this tough block, because look at that. You can add it to your stone, and I think it fits right in. It adds to the, if you're going for the darker kind of stone vibe, which cobblestone was pretty much the only one that could really do it because the black stone was just too dark. This is a nice in-between grey, which is more on the darker grey side, which I think looks amazing in this area. But of course, it's up to preference, and some people might not like it at all. Now, I wanted to show this feature because it's something that I'm actually super happy is now being added, and it's the fact that instead, you don't need grass to just be grass to actually make it a path. No, you can do it with pretty much any dirt block. Any at all. They all become path, which is really cool. Coming up at the end of the Snapshot showcase is the last feature, which is kind of cool. What happens when this minecart comes off and goes into the water? What happens to it? It just sinks, right? It just sinks. That's it. They can't do anything. Or does it break? I don't remember. But now, they've added a feature so you can go, as you can see here, and we can drop down, land on a rail, and continue. Rail or railing has now been waterlogged. Basically, you can place it underwater. Easy as that. Or you can even do that. You know, actually, let's just quickly show this like this. You can place or make a little circle area. I know I should have just gotten normal rails. Got a water bucket, as you can see here, and plonk. As you can see, can't do anything. Can't do anything about it. And I'm pretty sure you can even you can even just place it on the rail itself. And that's pretty much it for this snapshot. Covering it this quickly makes it seem like there's not much, but in all honesty, this is a pretty big snapshot. Adding some really cool stuff to Minecraft. This stuff all here can be game-changing at points. This could be game-changing, especially for Bedrock people with the Spyglass. I know Optifine users, oh, we can just zoom in with a button. Yeah, well, you can't on Bedrock. So this is actually really useful for Bedrock people, and this is super useful for starting players. I'm excited to see where all of this stuff's going to go and what builds people will do with it. And then even the Tinted Glass. Hopefully, if this stuff does work as like a way to make mob spawning building rooms that actually can work during the day, which don't take up more blocks than just, you know, covering the roof in cobblestone. I don't know. They need more uses for this Tinted Glass. I know you can just put cobblestone on top of that and problem solved. But I don't know, maybe they should make it so if you make a room out of this, it's pure black, which can make mobs spawn quicker, making for more efficient farms. I don't know, something simple like that. But that's pretty much everything. The only thing I didn't cover is a shulker. When it hits another shulker, it will now create a shulker every now and then. So that's pretty much everything, guys. I hope you did enjoy this snapshot quick showcase, and hopefully it is a quick showcase because, yeah, this was really fun to make. If you want to see snapshot quick showcases on all the other future snapshots, let me know by leaving a like on this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. My name is Troy, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.